Okay, excuse me, we are back with game 2 of NaVi versus Effect. This is going to be the Lich Earthshaker picked up by NaVi so far. Faceless Void Ancient Apparition picked up by Effect. For that double combo of damage, the Chronosphere into the Ice Blast, if they can find the kills. Monkey King is ban out, as well as the Clockwork and Night Stalker from Effect. Meanwhile, on the side of NaVi, they ban out the Venomancer as well as the Enchantress and Marana. So maybe just not liking those heroes in general. Or maybe general doesn't like the heroes. NP gets ban out, the Broodmother ban out there as well. So now Effect, we're getting through this draft pretty darn quick, as it looks like Effect know what they want.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Effect, what are they going to pick up here? Once again, the Necrophos is there if Stodoy wants to try and make a second go of that.
Radiant team pick.
An Effect pick up the Sand King. Okay, that's a match, a hero that I've not seen in a couple of weeks. With methods evolving so quickly across all the qualifiers, heroes do just start to drop in and out of the game. And Sand King was popular about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It did start to drop off slightly. And now Effect. Do you want to bring it back as NaVi pick up the Wraith King? Effect. What are they going to be picking up here? They've already got, it looks like the 2 supports with the Sand King as well as the AA, the Faceless Void.
5 seconds
in one of the core roles. Wraith King is a good hero for the fights, especially with the Ice Blast. It means if you do tick down to it, you've still got the Reincarnate to come up afterwards.
Radiant team pick.
Effect. They pick up the Darkseer, so that looks like it's going to be a Pods 1 Faceless Void. AA Sand King supports Darkseer in the offlane, and they've just got the control to offer against the Wraith King that, while he does have the second life, if you control him throughout the first and the second life, that he's really not going to be effective.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So NaVi got themselves 2 minutes now to think about the next pick. And again, whether they want to run this Earthshaker in the offlane, Lich in that support role as well, or whether it's going to be the Earthshaker support.
Dire team ban.
They pick up the Pudge. Ladies and gentlemen, I am absolutely... I can't tell you how happy I am that we're going to see a NaVi Pudge. Lich, Earthshaker, Wraith King, Pudge is going to be the lineup so far. Faceless Void, Anti-Ancient Apparition, Sand King and Darkseer picked up for Effect. The band's coming out. There's still a decent amount of reserve time for both teams as well. This is just going to be... This is going to be a delight to cast with the Pudge pickup.
Radiant team ban.
The Queen of Pain once again ban out by Effect this time again. It's great against the Faceless Void being able to throw the Sonic Wave over the top of the Chronosphere. All the damage that comes out from the Scream of Pain as well as the Shadow Dagger.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So NaVi just looking for this final banner. It looks like it is going to be a mid laner for Effect as well. Effect. They do need to win this series to take it to 1-0, or win this match to take it to 1-0. NaVi looking for the 2-0 win to put them through into the next round of the winners bracket. But again, just taking the time to think about this last ban as well as the next pick.
Radiant team pick.
It's going to be the OD ban out. So is this going to be the mid lane Pudge? Or is it going to be the off lane Earthshaker in the roaming position for Pudge? We'll have to wait and find out.
10 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Lena.
They pick up the Lena now as well, which leads me to believe this is going to be a position for Pudge. Mid Lena, Earthshaker in the off lane, Lich as the position 5 and Wraith King as the carry.
10 seconds remaining.
But who knows?
5
We could get a bit of a surprise
remaining.
here. Dendy, we'd love to see it. As a fact, got themselves just under a minute to pick up this last hero. And yeah, again, I still think this is going to be a mid lane hero that they need to pick up. They got the Faceless Sword in the position 1, Ancient Apparition, Sand King supports, Dark's here in the off lane, so they just need something that goes with that. The OD would have been quite good with the Sanity's Eclipse over the top, but that's ban out. And whether they want something maybe like the Troll, just for that extra attack speed. The Venomancer has been banned out in effect. They pick up the Puck. Okay, that's going to be good with the Dream Call to keep the heroes locked down in position. Roger does pick up the Pudge. Dendy on the Lena. Crystallize on the Wraith King General on the Earthshaker. Sineko on the Lich. Mio on the side of effect. It's going to be Sadoy on the Faceless Void. We've got Arsik on the Ancient Apparition. Kingar on the Sand King. Mag on the Darkseer. And Afro Ninja is going to be playing the Puck. So, effect again looking to take the series to a 1-1 while Natus Vincere NaVi are they going to be able to lock out effect in a 2-0? Yeah, there's no swapsies going on, it doesn't look like, so it is going to be a Roger Pudge. The smokes, the TP's into the mid lane as well, Shrine from Sineko.
Prepare for battle.
He's got himself the 2 wards as well as a sentry. Whether he holds this now looking for the D ward or whether he just keeps it and looks to block up with another camp, but it looks like he's just going to place the 1 ward and then keep the sentry for the D ward. As AA again gets himself a decent cliff ward. That's really great for the vision that rotates in. Any smoke gank to start off here. Dendy, it doesn't look like they saw this mid ward being placed as well.
When you play with Lena, you tend to get burned.
Thirty seconds to battle.
So, Dendy just setting up. He's got himself the 2 tangos as well as his branches. Puck, Afro Ninja's got pretty much the same as well. Mag, again, looking at this off lane, it's going to be the Wraith King that he's up against. So it's not going to be the hardest lane in the world, being able to throw out those Iron Shells, do damage to the Wraith King. Whether the Lich moves over to support Wraith King or whether they're going to go for her again. An aggressive try as Roger, smoked up, sees Kingar, scouts it out and backs himself away. Not sure effectively what he was going for though. But Roger just moves himself back. So Alpha Ninja, not skilled anything up just yet, whether he wants to walk himself up, gets the rot now, and just walks himself in. Soniko, Dragon Slave over the top, but Alpha Ninja is just going to walk himself back to safety.
Denied.
Dandy. It's 3 heroes in the mid, so this aggressive trial lane is going to be in the mid. It looks like they want to try and make a kill onto the puck early. And really try and shut this down. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Wraith King Crystallize is going to be taking a little bit of harass coming out from the Ion Shell. Kinga is hanging around as well. He's got himself the stun, but it looks like as he finds the stun onto General on the top lane, General hanging around a little bit too long, taking a lot of harass damage. So now, back in the mid lane, it is going to be Roger hanging around with Dandy just for that protection, it looks like, as the 2-1-2 lanes do come out from effect. Lena level 2, Avalanche same level there as well as Roger, just phase shifting through that Dragon Slave. Meanwhile, bottom lane, once again Crystallized trying to contest this pull. There's going to be the Burrow Strike coming through onto Siniko. Siniko, is he going to be able to get himself back into safety? Wraith Fire Blast should be used if it's going to be a bit of a risk, and it looks like Sanking now going to be taking a bit of harass of his own. Right clicks coming out, Crystallized did have the Wraith Fire Blast if he wanted to carry on chasing in a second, but it looks like they're going to let Kinga off with a warning as he moves himself back around the jungle. And again, Mag, Crystallize, just ready to trade the harass. Back on the top lane though, it is going to be the hook missed from Roger. The Time Walk comes in. Roger is going to be able to find the first blood, but Stadoy, does he get the return kill? As Roger just runs himself away, and it looks like General was there to help back up. Fisher available if needed. So NaVi do secure the first blood. As Roger denies himself top lane, the fish is going to fly. Stadoy, is he going to try and chase this down as the enchant totem comes out, stuns him, and the Time Walk is going to be used. Gets himself back safely. And now Roger, with full health, hook flies through. They find the Sand Kings. And now Mag, the Surge is available. No slow from that. Oh, no lockdown anyway to keep him in place as the Surge gets used up. Roger using himself as a bouncer between the lanes. And Mag is forced to just try and play it a little bit sneakily, but the trees in the Radiant Jungle have been pretty much destroyed. As Mag, yeah, needs to be looking towards it. It looks like he's got the full Soul Ring once the courier does start to come out now, whether he moves himself back for that or not. But Roger, which way is he going to go? 2 points in rot now, so that's going to be extra effective. Dandy in the mid lane needs to be careful. Avalanche is going to be salving himself up. An Ancient Apparition did rotate in just to try and protect his mid puck. Dandy now, meanwhile bottom lane, Roger, does he find a kill? Kinga trying to get it with the Sandstone, but being able to sit on top of them with the rot is going to do a lot of damage. The hook once again misses Kinga though, being chased down. Burrow Strike not available. And Roger, 3 for 1, and one of those is a deny. So, effectively 3-0-0, not missing out on much.
Arms for the dead.
Apart from his hooks, which, you know, if someone's keeping a counter, I think he's on like a 50% hook. Mag though, don't think he knows Roger's hanging around in the trees. Roger moved himself forward. The Surge is available if he needs to use it. Mag, is he going to try and get it? The Surge comes out and there's not going to be a hook. No Wraith Fire Blast to try and keep him locked down either. So Crystallize, yeah, just getting himself towards those power treads. Net worth wise, it's going to be the Faceless Void at the top, which he is getting a bit of an uncontested lane. As Roger moving around. General, Roger throws out the hook. So it's like 3 for 2. 3 hook misses to 2 hook landings now. If somebody wants to keep a running score going, that's what we're up to now. Alpha Ninja moving in. Frost Blast is going to come out, but he does have the upper way if he needs to get himself out safely.
think not.
Now King moving himself down to the bottom lane. They're going to be looking for a kill on Crystallize, but Crystallize chasing Mag down. The Ray Fire Blast, is it going to be there? As Mag looks to get himself out, but only gets himself in the middle of the pudge. Raw, is there a hook? Ray Fire Blast is going to be used. The Iron Shell taking Crystallize down pretty low. And Roger finds the return kill. Kinga, chase, Burrow Strike, one right click. Roger takes the fall, 4 times kill streak is ended. And Kinga picks up a decent amount of gold. The stun comes out. Puck, is there going to be deny onto the rune as the Laguna Blade does fly. But Puck gets himself out safely. Dandy, double null tally, going towards the Veil, pretty sure. Puck just keeps hanging around. He does have the level 6 himself now, so that Dream Coil is available. Chronosphere up on the Faceless Void, who again is just sitting pretty much uncontested in this lane. Yeah, Sadoi is just getting the free farm. And it looks like now King 2 points into the Burrow Strike. Where does he move himself around? Does he try and go for this mid gank, or it looks like he's just playing it safe around the Dire jungle? Only got the 1 point into the Sandstorm now as well. Kinga making the big rotation. What's he going to be able to find as well? Dendy's sitting down on the low ground. Not got any vision on this. It doesn't look like, yeah, they don't know he's there. So Kinga just moves himself back as it looks like Roger gunning his farm through the stacks. Looking for the pulls. Crystallize again, getting a free lane. So both position ones getting pretty uncontested farm.
Radiant are scanning.
Roger moves himself forward as the Darkseer moves himself away.
Yes.
Again, just sits himself in the trees, but it looks like the Darkseer does know he's there. Crystallize. Got himself the reincarnation now. So 200 seconds, but it is a second life where if you do get gun on, you can turn it around. Iron Shells coming out. Crystallize is going to stand there just with the vampiric aura on. Able to sustain himself in the lane.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Kinga moving himself through the trees. Roger is there if they want to try and go for this backstab. I think they just saw each other. The Burrow Strike does come through. Mag trying to trap him in. Roger, the Sandstorm's going to be there. Is there an Iron Shell on top? Crystallize. As Roger jukes himself out of the trees, but the slow is there. Roger, the Wraith Fire Blast comes back up on the top. Hook is available, 3 points on that. So it is a decent amount of nuke if they want to try and move over to Mag. Hook comes in, dragging Mag back to Roger. Roger needs to back himself away. The Wraith Fire Blast is going to be doing a lot of damage. The right click's coming up, and the Burrow Strike going to be saving Mag's life as it looks like the rotation through the Chronosphere. Dendy takes down Puck, and then the Ancient Apparition returns the favour. Top lane general is getting a bit of space. Roger. What's that now? Like 4 for 3 on Hook's missed a hit. General, 1300 gold. Finding the space, farming up that blink dagger. And this stack as well, if you can get the pull off. So General, is he going to try and make a move on this? Avalanche does rotate himself in. The enchant totem was cancelled off. Dandy is there. Dragon Slave doesn't reach.
Arms for the dead.
As Roger and Azik in the mid lane. Just give it a bit of laugh. Sadoi with the time walk gets himself to the rune. Is able to find the arcane rune. No Chronosphere. The Roger. The right clicks. And that's going to be the dismember now. That's going to be massive for trying to lock down heroes. Meanwhile, the Fisher does come through. The Echo Slam used. Dragon Slave as well. But the Dream Call comes through. Lena stunned up. Denzi's going to be able to get himself away. The TP's coming in. And it's going to be the Lich. Suniko TPing himself in. Afro Ninja, the stun's not going to latch with his Light Strike Array. The warm-up is dodged by the phase shift and then orbed away from. Mid lane, Roger. Sitting through, just Sidoi backing himself up as well. Roger trying to find whatever experience he can. Mid lane Puck. Do they try and make a move as Dendy's just sitting himself in the jungle? Looking for the farm, he's got himself his arcane boots, splits them up now. Is that going to be... Nothing on the courier, so he doesn't have his bloodstone as of yet. As General moves himself back into the lane. Fisher comes through, and he's another 700 gold away from the Blink Dagger. And it looks like Kinga, they get the deep ward. Sidoi looking in the jungle for whatever kills they can find. It's 4 points up into the time walk as well. Suniko just backing it up. There's going to be the ward. He is spotted out now. Does Sidoi try and make a move for this? Chronosphere is available, but do they want to commit it to a position 5 Lich?
Dire are scanning.
As Sidoi just looking for the taunt away. Rogers there. Sidoi moving himself forward, but it's going to be Roger there to try and get the hook away. Suniko, there's going to be no Chronosphere, but Sidoi gets Suniko snatched out of his grasp, and then he's just going to get it anyway. The Ice Blast comes in, Roger getting pretty low. It's going to be the Wraith King caught up in that as well. Crystallize does have the reincarnate Dendy. Did they want to try and make a move? The Light Strike Ray hits onto the Wraith Blast as well. Dragon Slave. At the time lock, Mag can't get the... Oh, the Laguna Blade's already been used. So Mag is going to get himself away safely. The time walk away from the Faceless Void now as well. As General just looking for the Blink Dagger before he gets himself committed to a fight, but Sidoi.
What, sir? Dire's middle tower is under attack.
General moves himself back up into vision. And the pings go out. Roger is there if you want to try and make a move. The Echo Slam committed as well. The hook. And Roger kill secured. ES probably would have got that anyway, but you know, Roger's there to be sure to support his teammates. Because you can't let a time walk just come between you and a kill.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Dandy.
Radiant's bottom tower
Roger
is
rotated
under
in from
attack.
behind. The hook is going to latch. It's going to be the Dismember as well. Dandy's going to be coming in for the Light Strike Array just to secure the kill.
Got a light?
Yes.
Now bot lane though, Kingar going to be spotted up by Suniko. Suniko is in a little bit of trouble. There is a Chain Frost available if he wants to try and use that. But the Dream Call does come out onto Crystallize. There's going to be no Reincarnate Wraithfire Blast. And now the TP's in. Roger, is he going to be able to fire out a blind hook? Afro Ninja, Sidoi time walks himself forward as well. Hook flies out. Dismember, is it going to be there as the Boros Strike comes through? Wraith Fire Blast, Ice Blast comes through as well now. Lena going to be spun by that. And Afro Ninja, is he going to be able to get himself away? He dodges out the Light Strike Array. One more right click though from Crystallize should be enough. Wraith Fire Blast dodged as well. Afro Ninja with the dodge from the second Light Strike Array now as well. Dendy taken down by Mag. And the Puck going to be able to TP himself away. Crystallized hook back by Roger. Wraith Fire Blast is there, but it looks like Kinga wants to go for the Burrow Strike. Crystallize again. The time walk comes forward and Mag secures that kill. It looks like with the Iron Shell. Roger just moves himself away. The hook comes out. Not sure what he was actually looking for there. Suniko. No Chain Frost available. Suniko forsakes Roger.
Denied.
The deny? Roger with a clutch deny.
Radiant's
So now
bottom
General
tower is under
got
attack.
himself a blink, still farming, not bothering to come to these fights. And now, if you take a look at the net worth, it is Dendy sitting up top of the net worth, closely followed by the Faceless Void, only about 900 gold away from this. It looks like they want to try and make a gank. There is a Chronosphere available. Chronosphere is going to be popped, catches Sneeko too. Looks like with the Sandstorm, they are going to be able to secure the kill on the least end of the vacuum back as well. Sneeko getting brought pretty low, but with the Ray Fire Blast, is he going to be thrown? Sneeko with the Surge isn't going to be able to get himself far away. There's going to be the Blade Mode. The Echo Slam comes in. It's an official follow-up as the Burrow Strike comes through. Kinga trying to run himself away. General blinking for Crystallize. Fisher catches Mag on the end. There's going to be the Surge as the Wraith Fire Blast catches him. Forward with the Enchant Totem. Mag, is he going to be able to get himself away as the hook comes out? Chain Frost is going to bounce, takes down at least Mag. Kinga jukes to the right. Roger looking for the hook. 2 seconds before that's back up, and I'm pretty sure he hooked the Wraith King back from being able to secure the kill onto Mag. So put that in the miss column. Ice Blast to Nako. Barely out of its range.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Now General with the Enchant Totem. Do you want to be making a move onto the puck? Not spotted out. There's the blink forward. The Fisher cancelled off, and then he dodges it once more. At least this tier 1 tower should be denied. Yeah, should be denied. Puck trying to get himself in, gets the... Nope, Earthshaking does get the deny. So meanwhile, bot lane, Kinga, Mag, pushing onto this tier 1 tower on bot lane. As NaVi group up on the top. At least 3 heroes anyway. So it looks like they want to be pressuring the tier 1 tower on the top lane, but with no heroes coming in to defend, Roger just wasting his time hiding out in the trees. The fortification is going to be there. General with the blink. Ice Blast comes in. LSA, there's no one there to find.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
And Roger now as well, working towards the Blink Dagger. TPs himself back into the mid lane. Is there going to be a dust? Smoke is available though from Sneeko. Roger moving themselves up. Crystallize leading the line. The pings come out. Dendy takes down the AA on the top lane as the TP comes in from Kinga. Not in time. Back in the mid lane though, they are going to be able to find the puck. Is there going to be a dismember? The Echo Slam committed for that. And now Mag surges himself away. 2 heroes down, 13 to 9. NaVi, slight 1k net worth lead. And Mag got himself the mechanism already. And it looks like he wants to go for a pipe.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The Burrow Strike comes through. Roger caught out. Sudoi with the Mask of Madness. Is there going to be a bash? Surge. There's going to be the bash. Roger, no deny this time. As Mag secures that kill.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Kinga with the Blink Dagger going towards the Yules. That's the Doi. Mask of Madness now getting himself a Lincoln Sphere. So this Lincoln Sphere becoming more common on the Faceless Void. Meanwhile, Dendy. 13 charges on the Bloodstone, still got the double null tally. And it looks like he just wants the Boots of Travel. Ball lane. Crystallize. Afro Ninja moving himself in. Does have 4 points up now in the Waning Rift. So it does clear waves with the orb pretty much instantly. It looks like Afro Ninja is just going to be hanging around. The bot lane is General. Does he go for the blink? There is a 3-man smoke. If he blinks himself forward, he's got the Enchant Totem. But the wraparound coming from behind, the TP in from Roger. There's going to be the Fisher into the blink, enchant totem, right clicks as well. So Afternoon's getting pretty low, but there's going to be the bow strike through the hook as they kind of just swap places. It looks like both heroes are going to be going down. Is there any backup? The LSAs goes over the top. Mag could be in a lot of trouble as the Ice Blast does come in. Dendy tanks that up. Two-man Chronosphere. Soniko looks for the Chain Frost. It's going to bounce around. Is there going to be the kill on Mag? It bounces back. He does secure that. Meanwhile, Kinga with the Sandstorm crystallized with the Blade Mail. Is it going to be enough? Kinga trying to run himself away. The Reincarnate is going to be there. Soniko hanging around, trying to support his carry. Looking for that Wraithfire Blast, but it's not going to be there as the phase shift is procced out. There's going to be the Cold Feet now as well. They take down Crystallize. That's a Doi. 4 for 1. Mag did fall to the Lich's Chain Frost, but everybody else, even around the shrine, gets taken down by effect.
A prize.
Roger in the mid lane still trying to go for that Blink Dagger. He's even a little bit further away than he was a couple of minutes ago, just because of those deaths. I'd like to think every time he misses a hook as well, Dendy just looks over and gives him the, you know, the Death Stir. Speaking of Dendy, top lane, the Dream Coil is going to go. The TP comes out. Is there a Burrow Strike in time? It doesn't look like it. Kinga. He couldn't find anything to cancel that, and Dendy gets himself away safely. Mag with the mech and the hood now. Building towards the full
Radiant's
pipe.
bottom tower is under attack.
I'll take your
What
tribute.
surge is this?
Asik. Going for the deep wards, but Soniko is going to be there to spot him out. Roger cancels the hook. Just trying to hold it, waiting for the Dukes, does get the hook back in with the Burrow Strike and the Echo Slam. Dendy with the Dragon Slave gets a double kill. General finds himself a regen as well. General, they don't have any vision up there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So Dendy, 10 charges, that's a shame. But building them all back up, going towards the Yule Scepter. TPing himself down to the bottom lane, this ward will spot his rotation out.
Yes.
So Dendy, moving to clear off these creeps. Mag is around there, I don't think they want to try and make a go. Roger, is he going to be able to spot this? 1200 gold, about halfway to that blink. As Mag comes forward, Roger in between the lanes, sees the courier. Is he going to be able to get this with the Dismember? One right click from Dendy should secure it. Courier's going to go down. Dismember use Chronosphere over 2. It's going to catch out the Mag though. It looks like Dendy is going to fall. Roger's going to be following shortly. And a courier for Dendy and Roger. Somehow, I don't think it's worth the trade. Mid lane, the blink forward. Sandstorm, Wraith, Fire Blast with the Enchant Totem. Kinga Burrow Strikes himself up to the high ground. Yule Scepter's going to be there though from General. Enchant Totem once more, right click.
I'll not bow to you,
And Kinga dethroned
I like your style.
by General. Bottom lane, Dandy. Sadoi just time walks himself away safely. Snako just pretty much playing the ward support. Got himself towards a Glimmer Cape now, only about 300 gold away from being able to finish that. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Dendy. As Zeke is hanging around, Dendy making a beeline forward, just sees him spotted out and moves himself back. You don't want no trouble. As he does only have 6 Bloodstone charges remaining now. That's gotta hurt. Wraith King, is this going to be the full? It is the full Radiance coming out on the courier now. Got himself the Sacred Relic already. So Crystallize going to be effective in the team fights, even if he's just stood still because of that Radiance burn. So the kite is going to be a little less effective. It's going to be great in the Chronospheres too, just because of that mischance. 17% mischance.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So the mid lane tower under a bit of pressure. Crystallize is sitting at the front. There's going to be a smoke as well, General. Looking for it with the enchant totem. Again, they don't have any vision really up the hill, but the rotation comes round. Smoke's not broken yet. Roger looking for the hook. Kinga, is he going to be spotted out? It looks like it. The hook comes through. Sandstorm, Dust, use bow strikes him back through the trees. Double Fisher, Echo Slam, Chain Frost is going to be bouncing out as well. And Aphrodite just gets himself into the wrong position, as it looks like the Sand King going to be taken down by Dendy. General picks up the kill onto the AA now as well. So the mid lane tower is going to be secured by NaVi. And they move themselves towards Roshan now as well.
Illusion.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So Crystallize, the right clicks, LSA as well, just to keep Roshan a little bit occupied, you know, keep him stunned up. Roger skulking around, looking for those hooks if anyone rotated in. It's going to be a puck illusion. Easily dealt with by Dendy, but now they know it's there. Sudoi does have the Chronosphere.
Radiant's bottom tower
And everybody apart from Crystallize moves out the pit. Afro Ninja, Time Walk's going to be there. It's going to be a two-man Chronosphere. The hook comes through, getting the Wraith King. Oh, Dendy, Yule Scepter up as the Ice Blast does move through. Lincoln Sphere pop. There's going to be the vacuum back, and Dendy going to be secured there by Mag. Roger just tries to run himself up, but the Time Walk is going to be the Lower Strike comes through now as well. Wall drop, Sandstorm on top of it. Roger taking down Wraith King. Crystallize does have the Reincarnate, but I don't know what use it's going to be with 4 heroes hanging about. Gets the Ray Fire blasted, only pops the Lincoln Sphere, and he is going to be going down. Dust used. Sudoi now able to move inside the Roshan pit. Effect taking control of this fight. 19 to 19, 2k net worth lead going the way of NaVi. And now the Aegis goes the way of Sudoi. Meanwhile, Seneko down in the bottom lane, we get ourselves a pause. And it looks like, if you take a look at the actual experience, it's fairly even. 5k in the favour of NaVi isn't a lot. Net worth, that's got to drop, right, because that's saying 1k. And again, if we take a look at the items, General got himself the Yules, the Blink, still using the Iron Talon. Zeke the Urn, picked up by the AA. Sudoi, Lincoln Sphere, Mask of Madness, got himself an Aegis, and now a Diffusal Blade in his stash. And Aphonage, the same. Yule Scepter, Veil, Blink Dagger, Bottle. Kinga got the Blink Dagger. Just got to get himself a little bit of movement speed there as well with the Windlace. Mag, Piper Mech, Boots. I wouldn't be surprised to see if he's got Guardian's Grief queued up next. And Dandy. You hate to see it happen. 4 Bloodstone charges, but that's what happens. You get your Bloodstone, and then for some reason you just can't avoid dying. Or at least that's what happens to me anyway. So it's going to take him a while to build up back to those initial 12 with Sudoi. Finds himself a DD. Lincoln Sphere popped by the Earthshaker.
For the dead.
Roger. What's this now, like 10 minutes he's trying to get towards that Blink Dagger? He is nearly there. Give him credit, you know, he's only about 300, 400 gold away from being able to finish it up. Meanwhile, Effect grouping up as 5. And it looks like they want to take it to NaVi while they've got a bit of a momentum going. With the kills, they've got themselves the DD rune as well as the Aegis.
Dire's top tower
NaVi push out the top lane, or Dendy is at least.
Radiant's middle tower is
Sudoi
under attack.
with this DD, takes it towards the tier 2 tower that has been ice armored up, so his attack going to be slowed down. And the TPs do come back now from Puck as well as the Darks here.
Radiant are scanning.
The scan comes out. Sudoi could be in a bit of trouble. Is there going to be a blink forward? No blinks, but the Fisher does come out. Wraith Fire Blast pops the Lincoln Sphere. There's going to be the timeout. Chronosphere catches onto the 2. The Ice Blast is going to be there as well. Mag, does he get the wall down? Gets the wall. Is there a vacuum to follow up as the stun comes out with those cold feet? And now it's going to be Earthshaker. The LSA comes over the top. It's going to be the Ancient Apparition stunned up by that right click. It's going to be the Time Lock as well. Crystallize trying to do what he can. Doesn't have that Blade Mail. And now the Chain Frost bouncing through, but Mag gets himself far enough away that it's not going to be effective. Sudoi trying to chase down Crystallize. It's only the punch down. The buyback general being taken down by King. Now Crystallize. The Glimmer Cape was effective at hiding for now. Seneko though may pay with his life. Yeah, Kinga punishing the general, taking down Seneko. If we take a look at the fight recap, there was no buyback, but it was 4 heroes. The Wraith King forced into using his Reincarnate.
What surge is this?
And Dendy looks like he's just trying to push out the tier 2 on the top lane again. Got himself a Bloodstone charge, so that's pretty neat. But it looks like Sudoi wants to be contesting this. Got Kingar behind him. And he just dances himself around while the fortification was off. Dendy top lane. Looks like he's going to be losing a little bit more Bloodstone charges to blink the vacuum back. Kinga. LS8, it's not going to be on the back, but the Yule Scepter keeping him locked down, and now the Burrow Strike. Mag is the one that secures that kill onto Dendy, and it looks like Sudoi. Okay, it's just a Dismember being used on Kati. Poor Kati. Top lane. The blink from General forward with the Enchant Totem. It looks like Puck trying to come in. Fisher's going to be there. And now General needs to run himself away. But the Dream Call Ice Blast is going to be there as well. It looks like General. Well, it's not the best from him. The vacuum. Mag. Oh, the hook across the river. And now Ancient Apparition. Chronosphere goes. It catches the Wraith King. Punch though turns around. Finishes off the AA. Crystallize. It might have actually been with the Radiance Burn as Sudoi gets hooked away and then the blink comes out from the Pudge. Lincoln Sphere popped. Do they want to try and turn this? Seneko may just pay the price as Mag comes in now as well. The right clicks, but he is going to be able to Glimmer Cape himself up, keep himself safe. He's actually split it. That is a ridiculous play. He splits the Glimmer Cape while it's on cooldown so he can just use that Shadow Amulet. Ice Frog, it's too strong. Please nerf. And Seneko gets out with a sliver of health. The Burrow Strike's going to be the Dendy. Going to be locked down with those bashes. Yule Scepter once again. And he gets the deny off actually, which is, again, pretty nice. But he's down to 2 Bloodstone charges. Poor Dendy.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Sudoi moving up. Mask of Madness going towards the Maelstrom now as well for that extra attack speed. The hook comes in, not going to latch onto anybody. Echo Slam was used before the Blink Dagger. Oh, and the pings come out. Burrow Strike is going to be there. It looks like the Chain Frost is going to be bounced about. The vacuum, 3-man vacuum into a wall. Is there a Chronosphere? Not for the next 26 seconds, but it doesn't look like they need it as the Chain Frost bounces around. General is going to be taken down, and it looks like Roger's turn to take a fall now as well. Kinga looking for the kill. The Glimmer Cape once again. But it doesn't look like that's going to be enough to keep him alive. He gets the deny, but it doesn't mean he's down for the next 48 seconds. Which is going to be enough for at least this tier 2 tower.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Effect. Pushing in, 3 heroes up on the side of NaVi. Chronosphere is available now. The blink forward by Puck. Chronosphere catches out at least Dendy. Dendy going to be losing his last couple of Bloodstone charges here. The right click the vacuum back into the epicenter. And now Seneko doesn't have that Chain Frost for the next few seconds. Reincarnate, Crystallize, locked down. LSA comes up the top as Dendy buys back though. Are they going to be able to take down Sudoi? Sudoi does not have that Aegis anymore. And now the Burrow Strike comes through as Tendy just has that lone Bloodstone charge, blinks himself forward. He wants to be getting those charges back, and Kingar could be the answer. LSA going to be off the mark. Denno carries on chasing Dragon Slave with the hook. And Roger,
For the dead.
once again, takes down Kingar. And Lena doubles the Bloodstone charges.
Time is money. Illusion.
Roger got himself 11 flesh heaps. So 2.5k health and a little bit of extra strength there now as well. The TP in from Dendy. It looks like they want to take a tier 2 tower in the mid lane of their own. The Fisher comes through the hook as well as the Wraith Fire Blast, and AA didn't stand a chance.
Of magnitude.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Peasant.
Poke. Afro Ninja just gets himself out
Dire's
safely.
middle tower is under attack.
So, Faceless Void just picks up the illusion, starts to split the wave, dragging NaVi back. It looks like Dendy is going to TP down here just to defend this. The LSA as well as the Dragon Slave. The right click should be enough, but these are some tanky illusions. And I'm not sure how NaVi go about trying to get back in. They've got a 5k net worth deficit. Effect are taking control slowly but surely. 3 charges left on the Diffusal Blade, level 1 for Sadoi. Building towards the BKB now as well. Top lane, General. Got the Shadow Blade. Kingar was spotted out,
I'll take your
but Roger wasn't there for the backup.
NaVi.
Money to burn.
It looks like Effect. Again, they're just happy to sit back, farm up the next items, get the net K worth advantage up there as Afoninj just TPs himself away.
Invisibility.
Seneko.
Fresh mate.
Once again, this member goes, but it's only Roger dealing with the creeps. Though the more flesh heap stacks he can get, the stronger he is going to get throughout the late game, so maybe Effect. Oh, the blink forward, Afoninj, he spots out Seneko. There's going to be the winning rift as well. It looks like Seneko gets pulled back to Dream Coil, though. This could be the kill. It's a vacuum there. Seneko trying to stay alive as long as possible. And Mag with the Iron Shell picks up the kill. General. It's going to be 2 Yules. The LSA dodged out, though. Right clicks coming out left, right, and center. Crystallize with the stun up onto the Darkseer. Darkseer trying to do whatever he can. Reincarnate is going to be popped. And now Crystallized Wraith Fire Blast, but the Burrow Strike again keeping the lockdown, and with the Cold Feet now, there's going to be no hook to save him. As Crystallized get crystallized and killed off by the AA. And Afoninj now making his way towards the Dagon, and it is a level 2. As Effect, move themselves into the Roche Pit.
Radiant are scanning.
Ice Blast. Dendy does TP himself away back to the base, but oh, the silence from the waning rift, and now this is going to be a dead Earthshaker. Burrow Strike just being held. Right clicks as Roshan goes down. Sadoi picks up the Aegis and moves himself down. Sadoi, right clicks out going to be the Mag trying to back him up with the Guardian's Grief now, as well as the Solar Crest. And NaVi, they need to move to the defense of the tier 3 tower because it looks like Effect. They aren't really bothered about stopping. The orb comes through. Sadoi leading the line. Tier 3 tower starting to be pressured now. Wraith King is there. Don't forget the LSA. Going to be off the mark. Dragon Slave barely hits onto Mag. Hook comes through. It's going to split the wickets between Afoninj as well as Sadoi. And now Mag with the blink forward. Getting brave. LSA is going to be onto the Faceless Void. He does have that Aegis though, remember.
My gratitude.
NaVi though survived the siege for now. So Sudoi grouping up, going towards the full Melania now as well. As it looks like Ancient Apparition just buying up the wards. The chase comes on from behind. The Chronosphere is available if he gets that time walk forward, or even just slows down Dendy. Dendy caught in the Chronosphere. Ice Blast, and once again Dendy brought down to a single Bloodstone charge. That is a sad Bloodstone. And Dendy down for 84. Now this could be the push that gets at least one Rax mid lane. General Seneko, the blink forward by Crystallize. Afro Ninja is there if he wants to try and blink and get himself a Dream Coil.
Behold!
General just holding the Fissure. Yeah, in effect, starting to split both lanes. Sudoi, Lincoln Sphere pop. Does he want to try and go for this? It's going to be a two-man vacuum. And General, is he going to be taken down? Throws out the Echo Slam, but it's not enough as Sudoi pops his BKB.
Radiant's middle tower
And it's going to
is
be
under
General
attack.
hitting the deck for now. The Wraith Fire Blast comes out. The hook comes through. He hooks onto one of his own creeps, Roger. Probably getting the Death Stir once again from Dendy. Sudoi now taking it to the tier 3 tower. Lincoln Sphere popped.
Radiant's middle tower
And this is going to be the
fallen.
Rax exposed. Dendy up in 19. The Dagon comes through, and there's going to be the hook through, but the bow strike going to be off the mark. Crystallized. Does he try and make a move forward? Does have the Blade Mail. Sudoi
Radiant's top
once
tower
again
is
just
under
wants to
attack.
sit up here and right click these racks down. Wraithfire is going to stun him up for now. Crystal just backs himself away though. All 5 heroes, the hook comes through. Mag dragged away and Surge back into the mid lane.
Radiant's middle
And I don't know what NaVi do. The Yule Scepter goes as the Lincoln Sphere is blocked. LSA, the silence from the Waning Rift. The BKB popped by Dendy, but he is going to be caught into the Chronosphere now. The right click's coming out. The mischance though. Sudoi, is he going to be able to finish off? Dendy goes down. Sudoi secures that kill. Time walks himself forward. Seneko is the next target. Wraith King uses his reincarnate. Seneko being charged down. The buyback comes out from General though.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
So Sudoi, once again, does still have the Aegis as Roger tries to take it, but it's going to be Kingar and Afro Ninja with the Dagon.
Radiant's top
Takes up the
tower
kill. The
is under
buyback comes
attack.
through. This is going to be, if they can't get this defense right, it's going to be
Radiant's
3
top
diebacks.
tower is
General gets the Fissure and pops the Aegis, but the vacuum comes back again. The wall is available if they want to try and make a move. The Surge once again. Mag, Ion Shell, Sudoi's Lincoln Sphere is popped. Roger though, going to get the Dismember. It looks like the poke with the phase shifts and the Ice Blast. Chain Frost is going to be bouncing around there. Is it going to be enough as Mag just moves himself far enough away? The hook not going to be on the mark. Sudoi right clicks, reincarnate once more. Damn, that's up quick. And Crystallize blinks himself away. Sudoi. It looks like they are going to be making a move now towards the shrines to get at least a little bit of a map control away. Roger though, this is going to be, he did buy back. If you get this, the dig on the Dream Call as well. Roger, he is going to be taken down. It's actually the AA that secures that kill, and he's down for the next 82 seconds. Dendy moving up forward, the Yule's onto Mag, the LSA as well. Crystallize blinks himself forward, and this is going to be a dead Mag. Gets the mechanism off the vacuum as well. Chronosphere catches out onto 3. Ice Blast coming through now as well. This could be the end for NaVi as 2 heroes died. The reincarnate is going to come out. BKB popped by Dendy. LSA over the top. It does secure the stun onto the face's void, but not for long as the Echo Slam does come out. NaVi, are they going to be able to turn this fight around? Sudoi pops the BKB. Crystallize trying to get himself away. The Time Walk is going to be there. And Dendy does have the buyback if he wants to use it, but it's going to be 3 heroes going down if we take a look. The buyback though coming through from General.
Surprise!
Half on inch. There's going to be the Veil as well as the Wayne and Rift Silence, but the Shadow Blade could save General's life. Dream Call isn't going to be on the mark.
Double damage.
As now Crystallize. Chronosphere is down for the next 50 seconds. Roger, couldn't find the hook, just couldn't find the vision for it, and it's only one lane of racks that's gone down so far. So NaVi not out of the races yet. It's a 28k net worth lead, going the way of Effect though. And it's not going to be that hard to push out with the Radiance Burn, as well as just the creeps pushing out in general. Crystallize.
I'll take your tribute.
Haste.
Roshan not back up for at least the next 42 seconds now as well. The Dismember goes, but it's only going to be once again onto these Ancient creeps. Faceless walks himself up with the haste, gets stunned up now as well. Lincoln Sphere's pop, but there's going to be the Bow Strike through BKB, and there's no Dismember to use as Earthshaker gets caught in the Chronosphere. It looks like they want to make a move. There's going to be the LSA as well as the Dragon Slave dodged out by the Euro Scepter, and the Bow Strike comes through Vacuum. It's only going to go on to Crystallize though. Ice Blast coming through, 2 heroes. The Euro Scepter is going to dodge it out as Crystallize is affected, but not by the damage. Reincarnate, it looks like Faceless Void with no Aegis. Wants to try and make a move here. Crystallize though, if he can get the Bow Strike with the Dagon damage as well, it's going to be Wraithcon going down for the next 102 seconds. And NaVi is going to call the GG as Alpha tries to chase down Dendi.
Dire victory.
So, Effect take the second game. Drawing the series 1-1. It is a best of 3 though. Someone does need to drop down, so we are going to be moving over to the game 3 in just a little bit. But for now, we're going to take a quick break.